YouTube, it's boy the franchise guy, coming at you again with a brand new episode of our MLB The Show 20 Philadelphia Phillies franchise mode, episode number 49 of this series. Dodgers, you see, finally get the monkey off the back, win the World Series against none other than the Boston Red Sox, which team is, I'm kind of surprised they're in the World Series, those Red Sox are. I mean, I'm assuming helps them out pretty well. But postseason MVP does go to Corey Seager, brother of Kyle Seager. Rhys Hoskins won it last year, followed by Howie Kendricks. So not bad right there. Postseason MVP for the American League went to Andrew Benintendi, last year's Mitch Garver, followed by Jose Altuve in 2019. So not a bad tandem for Benintendi, but Gavin Lux is going to be your World Series MVP. 333 home run, 5 RBIs. Jorge Polanco defeated the Phillies more or less single-handedly last year. And Steven Strasburg was had a dominant performance in the 2019 World Series. But Gavin Lux, good for him. To those who retired, Chris Davis, Cole Hamels, Walter Jimenez for the Philadelphia Phillies, Dustin Pedroia for the Red Sox. That's going to just kind of fall off from here name-wise. I'm going to try and point some out. Ryan Braun, Miguel Cabrera. Adam Ottavino, Albert Pujols, Justin Turner, Justin Verlander, and, I don't know. But while we're going through this, getting the slow roll going, congratulations to Alec Mills on throwing a no-hitter against the Milwaukee Brewers, the first Cubs no-hitter since Jake Arrieta no-hit some team when he was with the Cubs. You know, that no-hitter right there is more or less what got Jake Arrieta paid. Him and that Cy Young award he got. You know what I'm talking about? That Cy Young where he was really good that one season. You know, threw a no-hitter, got $25 million a year from the Philadelphia Phillies. And, yeah, it just kind of went all downhill from there. You know what I'm talking about? Philadelphia's paying Bryce Harper $25 million a year. And they're saying he's overpaid. But Jake Arrieta, $25 million. No one ever bats an eye. I'm not saying people don't really look at the whole picture of how much players get paid. I'm just saying that Pat Neshek finally retired. Look at that. We just scrolled past Pat Neshek. But yeah, no, if you're telling me I can have spent $25 million on a baseball player, but I had to pick between Jake Arrieta and Bryce Harper, I'm going to pick Bryce Harper every day of the week. And I'm assuming everyone else out there who watches these videos would also pick Bryce Harper over Jake Arrieta. A very stacked 2021 Hall of Fame class. Robbie Don't You Know Cano, Miguel Cabrera, and Albert the Machine Pujols. But only one shy of 2,000 hits. All of them had 300 home runs. Miguel Cabrera just shy of 500 home runs. But take a look at us, I guess all of the players that need to be re-signed this year. McCutchen, Andrew Miller, King, Felix, Brock, Holt, Chris Owings, and Jed Lowry all need contracts. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too sure who we're going to bring back because a lot of these players are older. We have a lot of younger players in the system. You know, we have $2.9 million cash flow, which is a lot of cash flow. So we do have some money to go out there and spend on a big-time player. Probably, I think technically it breaks down to 2 max contracts is what that equals. But we're going to tender Andrew McCutchen on a 1-year deal. Rafael Marchand, we saw Austin Davis going to get a bit of an extension. Mickey Moniak, a 7-year deal. But take a look at the free agency class. Chris Bryant, Javi Baez, Frankie Lindor, Clayton Kershaw, Roberto Ozuna, Trevor Story, Noah Syndergaard. This is a very stacked class for free agency. It kind of falls on, I say stacked, it kind of falls off after those first couple of players because we start getting down here. Tucker Barnhart, Jeff Samardzija, Jason Castro. They're not bad players, but they're not players that are going to help us win now. Joe Kelly, I'm going to be honest with you, I really considered signing Joe Kelly for the memes that's the only reason why I considered signing Joe Kelly. Jorge Soler, 26 bombs, 32-39. Sure, throw you on the bench a 1 year, $7 million deal. You're not a defensive guy. I'm sorry. 46 speed. There's nobody can think of putting you out there in the outfield. Zach Greinke. Like, I just thought, hey, let's just get some pitching help for the season. Even if he doesn't pan out and he ends up, getting sent down like King Felix did. But I don't know. Alex King is going to be claimed off waivers by the Toronto Blue Jays. Alex King made his Major League debut with this episode one episode at game 162 of last season. Marte going to the Rockies in Colorado. Not a bad move for them. He's a little older though, at 33. Chris Bryant going over to the Cleveland Indians from the Chicago Cubs at age 30. Not a bad season at all. 98 overall, 39 bombs, 100 RBIs, 13 steals. Thor is going to leave New York and he's going to head down to Texas to play with the Houston Astros. 3.22 ERA, 13-12 last season. He's 29, 87 overall. Roberto Perez, the veteran catcher, is going to head down to Texas as well, but he's going to play for the other Texas team, the Texas Rangers. Okay move by Texas of a 3-year, $47 million deal, though. Is a lot for a catcher. Javi Baez is going to join his teammate in Cleveland. Not a bad season for Javi. The 36 bombs for the 29-year-old shortstop. 8-year deal for 19.7 a year. Not bad at all. Roberto Osuna going to go to the National League Central. Join the Cincinnati Reds on a 5-year, $38.8 million deal. Kind of a steal for Osuna now I'm thinking about it. If it was going to be that cheap, I would have gone after it. But he was tendered, though, so I believe they do have to give up a draft pick for Osuna. Carlos Martinez also going to be jumping ship, and he's going to be heading to the Reds, too, leaving the St. Louis Cardinals. But at 6 and 17, at 30 years old, I don't think the Cardinals are going to be too upsetty spaghetti about him leaving. But that may hurt their pitching depth. Frankie Lindor going to go from Cleveland to Chicago. The opposite direction of Baez and Bryant. He's going to go from Cleveland to Chicago to join the Cubs. And I'm not sure who is on the Cubs, honestly. Marco Conforto, jumping ship from the New York Mets, going to head down to Washington, D.C. to play for the Nationals. I mean, at 81 years old, 81 overall, at 29 years old. It's okay. Tommy Pham going to head to New York to replace Conforto. 34-year-old veteran outfielder, batted .312, 15 bombs last year, 62 RBIs. Not a bad season for Pham. Take a look at Zach Greinke, though. His stats, I mean, okay, he's an okay pitcher. He's 38 years of age. 70 overall, but I'm pretty sure if you just throw him in the rotation, he's probably going to jump up a little bit right there. Jorge Soler. There you go, 77 overall. Not bad at all for the 30-year-old former Cubs prospect. Hopping in the Rule 5 draft right there, Greg Allen goes first overall. Okay, Greg, I see how it is. We'll be selecting Nolan Jones, the 23-year-old Pennsylvanian left-handed bat. Throws righty. He's 23, 6'2", B potential. Not a bad guy. I believe he plays for, I'm not sure where he came from. Cleveland, maybe? I think. I'm not entirely sure where he came from, to be fair. But that'll be it for the Rule 5 draft, the only selection. We also found this gem on the free agency list, that second wave of free agents. Bamboo Brad. Yes, veteran Bamboo Brad. The man who can play every position except catcher and pitcher. 66 overall. Does not matter. A 2-year deal for the 32-year-old. And, Philadelphia fan favorite Bamboo Brad over here. I'm going to love it. But James McCann, take a look at James McCann. 100 games last year after JT went down with an injury. He filled in very nicely, but he does have a hefty contract at $5.2 million. He is in the final year of his deal, though, so it's one of these things where do we look to trade him at the deadline, or do we look to, let him walk in free agency? But we're going to end up trading him now for Logan O'Hoppe. O'Hoppe is a real-life Phillies prospect. I don't remember letting him go or trading him. Daniel Pineiro. He's just a guy in the Erie St. Wolves organization. We're going to make that trade right there to end this episode out. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below, text me YouTube. Peace out, rock on, and stay super duper classy, I guess. Have a great day.